Hello, Aimsy here of Aimsy's Antics. Welcome to my channel. I hope you are well today because we have another crafty project to have a go at. And this week I am doing a beauty DIY. Now, we haven't done a beauty DIY on the channel for a little while, and I thought since the season has now changed into autumn, then days are getting a bit colder and shorter, so it's going to be a bit darker earlier. What better way than sort of getting cozy and a bit of pampering than having some nice warm baths with some autumn bath bombs to go with it. So in this video I'm going to show you 3 different autumn inspired bath bomb recipes using 3 different fragrances and slightly different base ingredients for each one. So if you would like to see how to make some autumn inspired bath bombs, then let's get crafting. To make the pumpkin spice bath bomb, you are going to need 1 cup of bicarbonate of soda, half a cup of citric acid and half a cup of cornstarch, as well as 3 tablespoons of dead sea salt, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, half a tablespoon of polysorbate 80, as well as 3 milliliters of essential oils, which are orange, ginger, clove and frankincense, as well as a soap colorant and some witch hazel in a sprayable bottle, not forgetting a large mixing bowl and of course some bath bomb moulds. Start by adding 1 cup of bicarbonate of soda to a large mixing bowl. Then add half a cup of corn flour or cornstarch to the bicarbonate of soda, followed by the half cup of citric acid, adding this to that mixing bowl. Then add in 3 tablespoons of dead sea salt to the mixture. Then use a whisk just to combine all of the dry ingredients together and set aside. Make sure you are only using a whisk that you use for your beauty products and not for cooking with. You don't want to taint the whisk. Melt 1 tablespoon of coconut oil in a microwavable safe jug and then start adding in the essential oils. So you are going to need 1.5 milliliter of sweet orange oil or any orange essential oil, followed by 1 milliliter of frankincense essential oil. Then you want to add in 0.25 milliliters of ginger essential oils, as well as 0.25 milliliter of clove essential oil, and you're adding these amounts because this equals 3 milliliters in total, which makes it skin safe because this is 1% of the total amount. Once you have added them, you want to give them a really good mix together and make sure they are fully mixing together. At this point you can add a bit of liquid soap colorant. You will only need a few drops of this and give this a little mix in as well. You will notice that the soap colorant hasn't fully combined with the oil and is just sitting in beads, so polysorbate 80 is the saviour here. This helps all the ingredients combine together as well as help them disperse properly through the bath water, so you won't get the layer of oil and colorant just sitting on the top of the bath. It will actually immerse throughout the whole water. So you want to add half a tablespoon of this to that mixture and mix it in thoroughly, and you will see that it does become a bit more cloudy but fully combines that colour to that oil mixture. And then it is time to add the oil mixture to them dry ingredients. So gradually begin adding this in and stirring consistently and constantly whilst you are adding this in. You don't want your mixture fizzing now, you want it fizzing in the bath. So keep adding this until all of that oil is added to the dry ingredients, mixing it with a whisk initially, and then you may want to go in with your hands. Now you are looking for a damp sand consistency with this, however the oil mixture may not actually fully give you that damp sand, which is where some witch hazel will come in just a second. Place some witch hazel in a sprayable bottle and spritz 1 to 2 times at a time and mix into that mixture until you get the right consistency of damp sand. You will know it is right when you can clump the mixture together, holding its shape, and toss it between hand to hand without it crumbling. Then get your bath bomb mould, filling one half with some of that bath bomb mixture, making sure to sprinkle this in loosely and overfill the half, repeating again with the opposite side of the bath bomb mould, again making sure it is overfilled slightly. Then press the two parts together evenly, not too hard, make sure it's an even pressure, and this should join all of your bath bomb mixture together to make a bath bomb. Then once it is fully met in the middle, use a spoon just to tap each side to release that bath bomb mould from the bath bomb, and there you have a fully formed bath bomb. Place this on a pre-lined tray with greaseproof paper to dry out and allow to dry for 24 to 48 hours before you use. Keep going until all of your mixture is used up and your pumpkin spice bath bomb should be ready to go. To make the apple pie and custard bath bomb, it is very similar to the first bath bomb. So 1 cup of bicarbonate of soda, half a cup of citric acid and half a cup of cornstarch, 3 tablespoons of Epsom salt instead, 3 milliliters of witch's brew fragrance oil, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil and half a tablespoon of polysorbate 80, as well as some soap colorant. So start by adding 1 cup of bicarbonate of soda to a large mixing bowl, followed by the half cup of cornstarch and the half cup of citric acid. Then add in 3 tablespoons of Epsom salts. Mix these together and then set aside to prepare the oil base for the bath bombs. Start by adding a few drops of your chosen soap colourant, I have gone for green here, to the tablespoon of melted coconut oil. Then add in 3 milliliters of Witch's Brew Fragrance Oil by Candle Shack. Now it does say Candle Shack, so you can use this in candles, but it is also safe to be used in bath products as well. And it does smell a bit like apple pie and custard to me, but other people say it smells a bit more nutty and a bit more popcorny. And then mix it in together with some polysorbate 80 to help it fully combine together and immerse through that bath water. Then begin combining the oil base to that dry base and making sure that you are mixing and stirring thoroughly as you add, because you don't want it fizzing now, you want it fizzing in that bath. Keep going until all the mixture is combined, and again you may need to use some witch hazel again to get it to that damp sand consistency. Then it is time to start creating the bath bombs like we did before. So place the mixture lightly into the halves of the bath bomb mould, making sure that they are overfilled before pressing these together gently but evenly to fuse them together in the middle. Tapping the bath bomb mould on either side to help release the bath bomb, and you should have a lovely round bath bomb. Placing this on a greaseproof paper lined tray, because I find that greaseproof paper stops them sticking. And this mixture should actually make you 2 large bath bombs, 2 medium bath bombs and 1 small bath bomb. Allow the bath bombs to dry and harden for 24 to 48 hours and the apple pie bath bombs are ready to go. The final bath bomb is a hot chocolate bath bomb. So what you're going to need to make this is 1 cup of bicarbonate of soda, half a cup of citric acid, a 1/4 cup of kaolin clay, a 1/4 cup of cacao powder or cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of cacao butter, half a tablespoon of polysorbate 80 and 3 milliliters of spiced chocolate macaroon fragrance oil. Like before, we need to add the dry ingredients together, so start by the 1 cup of bicarbonate of soda, followed by the half cup of citric acid, and then a 1/4 cup of kaolin clay. Now kaolin clay can help cleanse and soothe skin, so that is why we are putting it in here today. Then you want to add in the 1/4 cup of cacao powder. Now ideally you want raw cacao powder, but any you can use. Now this again is supposed to be really good for nourishing the skin as well. Mix it all together and set aside. And then it is time to melt down 1 tablespoon of cacao butter. Now cacao butter is known for being really moisturising and nourishing to the skin, and it comes in this hard butter form, so you do need to melt it down in short bursts at 30 seconds of a time in a microwave, and it should become this liquid form. And then you want to add in 3 millilitres of spiced chocolate macaroon fragrance oil by Candle Shack again, and I have used this in some Christmas candles which I will link above. It smells gorgeous. Before adding in that polysorbate 80 again to fully combine them all together, and that is half a tablespoon again of polysorbate 80. You will notice that there is no colourant in this recipe because the cacao powder will actually colour the bath bombs for us this time. And then it's time to add the oil mixture to the dry ingredients again, so making sure that you are mixing constantly and thoroughly as you go to stop that fizzing reaction. And you may find that the cacao butter actually does add a little bit more stickiness to this mixture, so you may not need as much witch hazel as the previous 2 bath bombs. So fill them bath bombs again lightly, but making sure that they are overfilled before pushing these together evenly to create them bath bombs. And then you want to place the newly formed bath bombs on a grease-proof paper lined tray again, allowing them to dry out for 24 to 48 hours. Now you may find that this mixture does go a little bit more crumbly than the last 2 mixtures, but they still work perfectly as bath bombs. And then your hot chocolate bath bombs are ready to be enjoyed. So you have how to make your own autumn inspired bath bombs, perfect for creating that pampering, cosy, comforting feeling that autumn brings with those autumn inspired scents. Now I love how all these have turned out. I don't think I can choose a favourite scent, but I do particularly like the Witch's Brew one. Now since the bath bomb has cured with this one, it has sort of changed in fragrance a little bit. I always thought it smelled a bit like apple pie and custard. However, now it has cured a bit, it's smelling a little bit more popcorny and a bit more nutty-ish, so it's a really lovely fragrance. I really like it. I know some other maybe don't, but oh, it's a very nice cozy scent. Anyway, so let me know what your favourites are in the comments below. I would love to know, so pop them in them comments. And I just want to add as well, I am not an expert in making these bath bombs, so please do use these recipes at your own caution. You know your skin better than anyone else and what your skin likes and doesn't like, and if you have any allergies, so always do any patch testing of ingredients that you probably aren't that familiar to using. So be sure you just use your own caution, I guess I'm trying to say, when making these. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to keep up with all my crafty antics. And if you click the notification bell as well, that should alert you when my new videos go live, and usually they are on a Sunday morning, so be sure to hit the subscribe and notification bell to keep up with these antics. Check out my blog Aimsy's Antics as well, linked below, because there's always a ton more information over on the blog for you to check out. With that said, I will see you in next week's video, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and week. See you next time. Bye!